Gosh, I hope that's what's wrong with me.
Nothing's wrong, Goofy.
No, there's something wrong.
I think you're not feeling good today.
I need to feel.
Well, thing, I think I love you, but I want to know for sure. But I want to know for sure.
You can tell in this video that this woman is feeling a little unsettled, and if Sundowners syndrome is something that is very common challenge for family caregivers who care for someone with dementia, but sometimes other health conditions as well. And it often hits in the late afternoon, and our loved ones become very anxious and restless. And you can see in this video that the woman is definitely feeling a little unsettled and maybe anxious. But once she got started singing, did you see how her face changed, how she lit up, and she was more focused and more happy? My dad struggled with Sundowners syndrome for several years when he was dealing with Alzheimer's. And in the late afternoon, he felt like he needed to go somewhere. That was the biggest thing for him. He used to say, we got to go, let's go, over and over. And I did a variety of things to help him, but music helped distract him, calm him, make him happier, and helped him feel more settled. I'm Amy Goyer, AARP's family and caregiving expert, and full disclosure, I have a degree in music therapy, so it was easier for me to incorporate music, but you can use music too. And to help, I have a very special guest with me today, music therapist Andy Tubman. Andy, it's so great to have you with us.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.
So what are your top tips on how family caregivers can use music when their loved ones have Sundowners syndrome?
Well, I think the first thing I want to thank you for sharing, about your dad, right? Because this kind of negative feedback loop that gets repeated in someone's thoughts, that's not uncommon. And there are many different ways people can experience sundowners, which can easily, as you know, lead to frustration and agitation. So since music helps to organize time, right? Literally a pulse that divides time. My first suggestion is to get someone engaged in singing, one of their favorite songs. This can help to organize them in time, right? Organize that person who's singing in time, which can help break them out of this thought loop, this negative feedback loop that's going on, as well as, like you said, distract them from these types of fixated ideas. And so to do this, I think one of the most important things to keep in mind is to start the musical process. Hopefully you can do it before the sundowning happens, or at least before it's in full swing. Because if you can get someone engaged in that song and singing that song, this will increase the likelihood of engagement, right? And singing 2 to 8 songs can really help soften the overall intensity of how that person might be experiencing that sundowners in the next half an hour, right? So getting them going early and really getting them engaged can really help soften these negative behaviors.
Such good advice. I can remember with Dad, one of the things I learned to do is we would soak his feet in warm water. It would get him to calm down. And then we would either put on an episode of Lawrence Welk that he could sing to, or we would sit and sing with him. And it really, I think, like you say, preemptively is really good to start before that sundowning usually gets to start, and it really can make such a difference.
Amazing.
So, Andy, you've developed an app that helps family caregivers connect with their loved ones through music. Can you tell us a little bit about it and how people can use it?
Absolutely. The SingFit app gets people singing with a spoken word cue. And this means that there's no reading the lyrics. You just listen to a spoken word before you need to sing, and people just listen and sing along. And this has instantaneous engagement and increases the likelihood of the engagement. So this is a hands-free scenario, right? That people are just going through their day, listening and singing. This can really support that engagement that we were talking about, that if you can get somebody, you sense that they're feeling a little bit agitated or a little annoyed or a little anxious, and you can get that song, get them singing, their songs, that you will find, and SingFit is a great tool to do that, because you can just create that playlist and they're off and running into that singing process. So hopefully that helps reduce the level of agitation and the sundowning behaviors.
Absolutely. I used SingFit with my dad, and
Amazing.
it was such a great tool. It kind of helped us focus, and one of the things was we did have kind of a playlist, like you mentioned. We had On Moonlight Bay was one of his favorites, oh, we ain't got a barrel of money, maybe, we Side by Side was, so we had certain songs that really, I think the familiarity of them was very calming for him.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Really helps to organize, what's going on, at the given time. That familiarity is very powerful.
So, Andy, where can people get more information about SingFit?
So we are working with AARP, and I believe the website, the link is aarp.org/SingFit, as you're putting up there. Thank you. And there you will find that there are free resources for everybody. There are webinars that we're putting on with deeper dives into all kinds of caregiving tools and suggestions in terms of music. And there's also discounts for registered users, as well as the larger discounts for the AARP members.
Excellent. Great. It's such a great tool, and I'm happy that it's being offered out for folks. It can really help you get closer to your loved ones too. So be sure to check it out. And I will post a link in the comments below, so you can click on it and go right to it, along with some other great information about Sundowners syndrome, coping skills, things that you can do. If you're not already a member, please join our AARP Family Caregivers discussion group on Facebook. You'll find more expert advice there, along with support and practical tips from literally thousands of family caregivers who are in similar situations to you. So I hope to see you there.
Thanks so much.